Hey, y'all, it's Zach, the legal tech advisor here at Lawyerist. Today, I'd like to talk to you about law firm marketing solutions. I have with me Zach Ramey from Rankings, and he is going to talk to us about law firm SEO. Zach, thanks for being with me today.
Thank you, Zach. Nice to be here.
It's a little odd to be saying Zach to somebody else, but you're one of those that spells it with an H. So we'll have a fight about it later. But more importantly, let's get into rankings. What is it that sets rankings apart from other law firm marketing solutions out there?
Absolutely. I think it's a great question. Rankings really sets ourselves apart because most other law firm agencies for SEO is very cookie cutter, I would
Mm-hmm.
say, kind of a one size fits all. And that is approach we do not take. Everybody that comes through our door at Rankings gets a custom tailored approach.
Mm-hmm.
As you're probably very well aware, Google is ever changing, right? The landscape is ever changing. And we want to ensure that we give everybody that custom approach that's right for their firm, their vertical, their right client, and the location that they are going after.
Okay. Now, rankings does, I don't want to say mainly, but rankings kind of focuses on SEO, Google ads, PPC, local services ads, and things like that. What are the services that you all provide?
Yeah, so it's really SEM, right? Search engine marketing,
Okay.
just overarching. Our definite niche is going to be SEO, but
Mm-hmm.
we are very talented and have specialists in all the other SEM areas, which kind of makes us, again, we only focus on law firms. So it makes us truly specialist in that area of SEM.
Why would it be necessary to have a law firm specialist in that area of SEM as opposed to just somebody that is cranking out a ton of SEM or a broad full service quote unquote marketing firm?
Yeah, the way I normally like to explain it is when you go to a doctor, right? You don't want to go see a just generalist, right? You want to go to a specialist.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I think if I owned a law firm, I would want a specialist working on my law firm, somebody who sees law firms day in, day out, and knows the space and knows how to get, just quite frankly, more cases. Like our proof is in the pudding. To
Mm-hmm.
be quite frank, we get more cases. It's proof over promises is something we really like to say.
Okay. What type of law firms are y'all working with over there? Are people that just anybody that wants to grow, somebody that has high caliber intake? What are we looking at there?
Yeah. So we predominantly over the decade that Rankings has been in business, we have focused on PI
Mm-hmm.
attorneys and have become extremely exceptional with PI. And actually, just in the last year, we've opened up our TAM to all legal verticals. We're looking for people first and foremost who want to grow, right? That they're
Mm-hmm.
wanting to go to outer space, right? That they need more cases. And the next thing would be maybe you have enough clients, but it's not the right client. You're wanting to
Mm-hmm.
go after somebody that is a higher ROI for you. It's just not, you're just not getting the right person in the door. You have enough cases, but not the right cases.
Okay. So kind of specifying a little bit.
Yeah.
So where do would an attorney need to be? The ideal attorney coming to rankings and saying, "I'm ready to work with y'all." Where do they need to be in their kind of marketing journey?
Yeah. I would say that they would need, first off, probably to have somebody that could handle the influx of cases, right?
Right. Yeah.
That would be first and foremost. Probably not just like a one man band that's
Mm-hmm.
doing it. It makes that a little bit more difficult. I would say
Right.
doing a million plus in revenue a year would probably be a good starting point
Okay.
because we typically see that they have in house people that can help do that. They have a couple of lawyers on staff that can handle the
Right.
caseload. Because at the end of the day, this is a marathon, right? Not a sprint. So
Right.
we build it up over time, but that $1 million mark is typically a good starting point.
Okay, so we're not talking about just like we're gonna kind of sneakily try to get you some new clients here. Like this is a service that is meant to splash, is meant to really kind of increase. And if somebody doesn't have that intake, they can look on Lawyerist.com and look at some of the virtual receptionists and the intake specialists and whatnot. But they should probably have a good idea of that intake and be able to handle that coming in.
It, exactly. And even if I would say, even if you don't have that in place, just getting educated properly, having a meeting with us, and Rankings, first and foremost, what we want to do is educate properly about the space. It's really hard to
Hmm.
take steps if first off you don't realize you have a problem, right?
Right.
First and foremost, and then being educated on how to fix that problem and the options available in the space. At the end of the day, we don't care if people choose rankings. We want to make sure they're informed to choose the right place for them.
Okay. Well, and lastly, if people want to learn more about rankings, where can they go and what can they see there?
Yeah, absolutely. The easiest place would be go to rankings.io. And there's on there, there's case studies and the ability to look at SEO, like tips and tricks for SEO for law firms.
Hmm.
Also, there's a Let's Talk button that you can schedule a consultation with one of our account executives to walk you through kind of what your dreams and aspirations are for your firm and where you want to go. It's an educational consultation. So we always want to make sure that you're informed on the space to help you get to where your law firm wants to go.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Yeah. And I see there's a lot of educational information on rankings.io. Zach, again, thanks for being with me. I appreciate all your expertise.
Thanks, Zach. I enjoyed it.